Okay, all right. So let's start our class. Before we go to the next one, let's do a bit of a revision of what we learned last time. Okay, 他们来 spell to me 你、
你、
我、
我、
他。
他、
好，你们、
你们、
我们、
我们、
他们。
他们、
好，您、
您、
您。
您
Very good。好，下一个是
是
是
是
谁
谁
谁？
谁
你们是谁？
你我们gì mà
哎，你们是谁？
你们是谁
What am I asking here?
What is my name? Who are you?
So confident. 你们是谁？来 what is the
Yeah.
meaning?
你们 you all siapa?
You all?
You all siapa?
Very good. 好，我们是谁？ Repeat after me, please.
我们是谁
Okay, so what does that mean?
我们 Come, we all siapa?
Very good. 他们是谁？
他们是谁
他们是谁？
他们是谁
What is this asking?
Who are they all?
Very good. 好，看 next one. 老师、
老师、
学生、
学生、
同学、
同学、
同事、
同事、
大家。
大家
Very good. Okay, now the whole question again, we are repeating what we just said about the plural 你我他, but we are making it singular. Okay, 你是谁？
你是谁
Who are you? 我是谁？
我是谁
Now what is this question asking?
Who am I?
Very good. 他是谁？
他是谁
Very good. What is this asking?
Who is he?
Very good. 好, so now how do you answer this question? Again, in Mandarin, the question is the answer. The question is the answer. So the question is here. Therefore, the answer should be in the same place also. So if I ask you 你是谁, you respond with 我是 blah blah blah. It can be your name. It can also be an occupation or a noun that you want to identify yourself as. Okay. All right. So let's try again. 你是老师。
你是老师
你是老师。
你是老师
What does that mean?
I am a teacher.
I am.
You are a teacher.
Very good. 好，我是学生。
我是学生。
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 What does that mean?
I am a student.
Very good. 好，他是同学。
他是同学。
One more time. 他是同学。
他是同学。
好，What does that mean?
They are classmates.
They.
他们 We are. We are classmates.
We are.
He.
He or
He or she.
Very good. So she
is classmate.
Very good. She is classmate. So Zima, if I ask you about Cedric, 他是谁呀？Zima.
Cedric 他是谁？Yes， 对。Cedric bukan.
No, Cedric is in the class also, right? So if I ask you, 他是谁? How should you answer?
Cedric is classmate. Cedric is 老师的。
Sure or not? Classmate 吗? You already said classmate 吗?
Okay, so apa tadi? Can you repeat the question?
他是谁?
他是谁? Okay, 他是谁 maksudnya dia adalah student.
That's not what it means.
他是谁?
他是谁?
Oh, dia siapa? Okay.
Itulah translate to me. I know the meaning already. You have to answer my question.
他是同学.
他是同学 Very good. 好 if I ask you, 你的 Edu Mandarin 老师是谁？
One more time.
你老师 your teacher
啊，
是谁？
是谁 question
What is the meaning of 老师
teacher.
So 你老师 means what?
你老师 I am a teacher.
你 means what?
Sorry. 你 you. You.
So
You
你
are
老
a
师 means
you
your
are a teacher.
teacher. No, 你
Okay.
老师 means your teacher.
Okay.
Okay, 是谁？
是谁 question.
What is the meaning of 是谁？
是是谁
嗯
是谁
嗯
是谁你
嗯，是谁 means what? What does it mean? 是谁
你 who
？Yes.
who is
Who is what? Who is what? Hmm. Who is what?
老师 who is 老师 you mean
Yes, correct.
okay
How to answer?
no I cannot understand the question you ask.
Yes. I'm asking 老师是谁? So same pattern, right? 老师是谁? So what am I asking?
Is he teacher
No, I said 老师是谁? What is the meaning of 老师?
老师 teacher
Yes, 是
who
Yes, is who, right? So what am I asking?
so who is your teacher
Very good. So how do you answer it?
my teacher 我老师是谁 Ayesha
Why are you asking again? Just say 我老师是。
我是 Ayesha
you are Ayesha. Oh, you changed name
我
already.
是老师
我
老师是 Ayesha.
Okay. Simple, right? You still have to memorize, Azima. You have to do your revision. Okay. Okay. So if I ask you, Atika 是谁?
Atika 是谁 Atika siapa okay.
Atika is also in this class.
他是同学
对，很好。Okay, so now you get it. 好, you can also say 你是 name, 我是 name, 他是 name. This one we already did last week, so we're going to skip over this. 好, let's learn some new greetings. Okay, so we have learned before hello with 你好. Let's repeat after me. 你好.
你好
对, there's another way you can say 您好. 您好. Polite way of saying hello. 您好.
您好
One more time. 您好.
您好
If you want to say hello, you guys, so you can say 你们好.
你们好
One more time. 你们好.
你们好
Okay, very good. So let's do one more time. 你好.
你好
你们好.
你们好
您好.
您好
Okay, 您好, not 你好.您好.
您好
Okay, 好. Now I need everyone to unmute their mics. We are going to do a bit of practice in your pronunciation. Okay, Atika, Cedric, can you unmute? Yes, very good.
Yep.
We will start with Cedric and then go to Atika and then go to Zima. So Cedric, Atika, Zima, we're going circles, round and round and round. So what you would do is you will just read the dialogues, okay? So if you don't know how to pronounce it, don't worry, just be guided by the pinyin. We have already covered pinyin before, so it should be okay. So let's try. Let's start with Cedric.
我是刘少华。
很好. Next one, Atika.
我是赵有兰。
我是麦
我是
麦克
okay.
我是张芳芳。
Very good. Atika.
我是张元元。
圆圆 Yuen is not pronounced yuan, it's yuan. No more time. 张圆圆.
张圆圆，
So everyone else, please take note. So Y-U-A-N is pronounced yuan. Let's repeat after me, everyone. Yuan.
圆
Yuan. So this one, it doesn't matter what kind of character it is. Y-U-A-N is always yuan, not yuan. That applies to Chinese yuan also. I know like the Westerners like to say yuan, 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 but it's actually yuan. Okay. All right. Next person.
我是金代正，
Cheng is not Cheng. It's Cheng. Let me try again.
我是金代正，
Everyone come repeat after me. Cheng.
成
成
So this one is also applicable to any other Cheng. Yeah. Okay. Next person. Cedric.
我是山口二级
ZI is 子, not 己. So always remember, 己 is JI. ZI is 子.
是
Okay, one more time. 子. Everyone, 子.
子，
子，
Very good. Next person, Atika.
我是汪洋，
Next person.
我是玛丽，
Cedric.
我是肥雅
Next person.
我是了动生，
Li Dongsheng, not le, Li 吗? Li.
我是郑小红，
Chen, the same principle as
郑郑，
yes, very good, Chen. Okay, Cheng, all of them are Chen. Very good. Okay, now let's learn some other greetings. Now before we go to that greetings, we are going to cover some very important things. Some very important things about your day. Your day. So if you think about it, in one day, we have what? We have the morning, we have noontime, we have afternoon, then we have nighttime. Correct or not? This one I need you all to follow closely. Yeah. So we have, let's see, we have morning, noontime, afternoon, and nighttime. Okay, now I'm just going to be drawing something very quickly. Where's my mouse? Every time I say quickly, then my mouse will disappear. Very good. Okay, so I'm just going to be drawing something really quickly. Okay, so let's pretend that this circle, I'm just going to change. This circle is a clock. Okay, so this circle is a clock. So now 12 o'clock, where is the 12 o'clock? Is it a straight line? It's a straight line, right? So 12 o'clock is a straight line like this, correct or not? Can you see it? Can you see the straight line? Okay, so now 12 o'clock is a straight line. Now, if you think about it, in the time of the day, during the time of the day, when it hits 12 o'clock, what do we call it? Noon time, correct or not? And then when it hits like midnight, 12 o'clock, what do we call it? Midnight, correct or not? Now, when we are talking about Mandarin, especially in the in Mandarin language, okay, when it comes to daytime, okay, take note of what I'm saying. Daytime, okay, what is 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock, we call them, not call, there is a term. It's not called, it is a term. The term is called 午, okay? 午. Now, it's not to say the term for 12 o'clock is called 午, but 午 is for when it's daytime. When it's daytime. Okay, daytime, we have this term we call 午. Now, this 午 where is the middle? The middle is 12 o'clock. What are you talking about? 12 o'clock middle? No. Basically, when you think about it, daytime, what time does it start in Malaysia? It starts at 7 o'clock. It ends at 7 p.m. as well, right? 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. But for some reason, some genius said that 12 o'clock is the middle time. Okay? The middle of the day. All right? So, because of that, 午 is a term that we call for daytime. For daytime. It is not the name, it's just a term. So, how do we segregate the morning and the afternoon? Very simple. Okay? Before I get to that, there is also another term in Mandarin. In Mandarin, the word shang, excuse me, the word shang, this shang, oops, sorry. The word shang, right, means up. Okay? The word xia means down. The word xia means down. Okay? All right, the word xia means down. So what they do to segregate morning and afternoon, again, wu is a term for daytime, right? So what they do to segregate the morning and the afternoon is that up refers to morning, down refers to afternoon. But of course, the term up is shang, the term down is xia. So how do they make sure that people know when we talk about morning, we are really referring to morning? So they take the word shang, which means up, then they add the word at the back. Shang, shang. Okay, that should be after me. Shang,
shang wu,
shang. Whereas for the word afternoon, they say xia,
xia,
xia. Okay, xia. That should be after me. Xia.
下午
xia. Very good. Now we have 上午, we have 下午. Again, we already said 午 is a term for daylight. Okay, it's not the name. Again, it's not the name. Don't go around and say daylight is 午. It's the term for daylight. So we now know 上午 refers to morning and 下午 refers to afternoon. So technically, anything on this side of the clock when it comes to daytime is 上午. Anything on this side of the clock when it comes to afternoon time, we call it 下午. Then you have this 12 o'clock. What do you call it? Takkan you want to call Nima? It makes no sense, right? So what they do is they make sure that this is 12 o'clock. What do? They added another word. What is in between up and down? Between up and down is the middle. Yes, you're right. It's the middle. Yes, it's the middle. So what they did was they take the word middle, then they add the word. Ta-da! Settle already. All with the same term. Okay, all with the same term. So 中午 means noon. Okay, 中午 means noon. All right, so 上午 means morning, 中午 means noon, and 下午 means afternoon. All right, now let's repeat after me. 上午
上午，
中午
中午，
下午
下午，
Again, I'm going to remind you, 午 is not daytime. It's a term for daytime, all right? So anything with 午 usually refers to daytime. Okay, so now how do they segregate between this part of the clock and this part of the clock? They took this part, the front part, and call it 上午, meaning the upper daytime. And then the middle of the clock, middle of the daytime, they say 中午, the middle of daytime. 下午 is the lower of daytime, therefore is afternoon. Okay, therefore you have it 上午, 中午, and 下午. Okay, so of course again 上午 is morning, 中午 is noontime, so that means you can use it around 12, and 下午 is afternoon lah. You know, your usual one lah, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. All right, so then the sun sets. The sun sets. When the sun sets, they're like, takkan we want to use the same term, right? So what they did was they came up with another word. The word is 晚安. Now, the word 晚安 essentially has two meanings. It has the meaning nighttime. It has the meaning late. Like, if that thing is late, then you can use the word 晚安. If it's too late, also you can use the word 晚安. So they say, alamak, how do I differentiate this nighttime and late? So what they did was they added the word 上. They added the word 上. Okay, they added the word 上. Therefore becomes the word 晚上, which is the word for nighttime. Now, unlike 上午、中午和下午, 晚上呢, because you can see the word 上, right? And we all know the word 上 means up, right? I already explained just now. Now, unlike 中午、下午和上午, 晚上 doesn't have the same principle. It doesn't have 晚中、晚下. No, doesn't exist. 晚上 just refers to general nighttime. So as long as it's still dark outside, there's no sun outside, the moon is still out, you can use the word 晚上. Okay? You can use the word 晚上. Understand? Any questions? Understand?
Yes.
Okay, 好. Now let's repeat after me. 上午、
上午、
中午、
中午、
下午、
下午、
晚上。
晚上。
晚上
晚上. Very good. So now it's 8:27. What time of the day is it? Is it 上午、中午、下午、晚上？
晚上
Very good. Now it's 8:30 in the morning. So which part of the day it is?
早上
Huh?
上午
上午. Come one more time. 上午.
上
Now,
上
午
午
it is 3:45 p.m. in the afternoon. Which part of the day is it?
下午
下午. Very good. It is 12:05 p.m. What time of the day is it? 12:05 p.m.
中午
中午. Very good. 好. Now that you understand it, so you understand this term, I'm just going to delete this clock because I need to explain some. Haha. Okay, now we already have the term for we have 上午、中午、下午，还有晚上. Now there is also another term for 上午, okay? Because 上午 sounds a bit formal. All right, there is another word. Just like how I said 晚上. Remember I said just now 晚上 has two meanings. The first one means nighttime. The other one means, sorry, the word 晚, the first one means night. The second one means late. So 晚 has two meanings, night and late, right? Therefore, when it's early in the morning, what are you? You are early. So opposite of 晚 is actually 早. 早. Okay, 早. The opposite of 晚 is actually 早. And because it is the direct opposite of nighttime, when you think about nighttime, what do you think about? You think about darkness. And when you think about morning, what do you think about? Sun shining so bright. Not as bright as like noon sun, but it's bright and warm and nice, right? So the opposite of 晚上 is, sorry, no, not the opposite of 晚上. The opposite of 晚 is 早. And then to make it so that people know that we're talking about time, they added the word 上. He added the word 上. Okay? He added the word 上. Therefore, morning has two terms. One is 上午. The second one is 早上. So it has two terms. Now, similar to 晚上, because again, they are polar opposites, 晚上 and 早上. Even 晚 and 早, they are opposites, right? Similar to 晚上, 早上 also has the same rule. There's no such thing as 早中早下. There's no such thing. There's only 早上. And there's only 晚上. No such thing as 晚中晚下. No. It's just 晚上. It's just the 晚上 and 早上. Okay, can understand, follow so far?
早上
Can or
Yes.
not? Any questions? No questions, Okay, if you have no questions, then we can move on. All right, so again, let's repeat after me. 早上,
早上
早上.
早上
Very good. Now, let's try again, 上午,
上
上
午
午
中午,
中
中
午
午
下午,
下午
晚上,
晚上
晚上
早上.
早上
Very good. Now we now have all the parts of the day. We have morning, afternoon, noontime, and nighttime. We also have early morning. Actually, it's not early morning, it's just morning. Okay. All right. So we have all that. Now, how do we make a greeting out of it? So we know we want to see people. We want to say, hey, good morning. Hey, good afternoon, good night, right? So what you do is you have 早上,中午,下午, and 晚上. You just add the word 好 at the back. And there you go. You have greeting. Greeting for the time of the day. Okay, so you have 早上好,中午好,下午好,晚上好. You can also say 上午好啦, but it's less common use. Less commonly used. 早上好 is more commonly used. Okay, 好. So again, the word 好 means good. 好 means good. Now, in English, we put the good in front. Good morning, good and then time of the day. Good afternoon, good and then time of the day. Good evening. Evening is the time of the day. Now in Mandarin, it is the other way around. 好 comes later. So it's like morning good, afternoon good, evening good. Okay? So that's what you do. You put the time of the day first and you say 好. Alright? So now let's repeat after me, please. 早上好.
早上好
What does that mean?
Good morning
morning
Very good. 中午好. Let's repeat after me.
中午
中午
好
好
What does that mean?
Good
What does it mean?
afternoon
Good afternoon. Okay, I'll explain it. Okay, now 下午好.
下
下午
午好
好
Okay, what does that mean?
good afternoon also.
Very good. And then 晚上好.
晚上好.
Okay, what does that mean?
Good night. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, now I like to take note of two things here. I like for you to also take note. I will say it and then you have to take note. Okay, now the first thing you can see is the word 中午 and 下午. 中午好,下午好 both means good afternoon. Why? Why is this the case? The reason and the answer is very simple. In English, there's no such thing as good noon. Okay, you don't say good noon, right? Even if it's 12 o'clock and the sun is like right up on your head, right? On the top of your head, right? People don't say good noon, they will still say good afternoon, correct? Now, the same case, so good afternoon means 中午好,下午好 means good afternoon. Now, in Mandarin, we just differentiate them. Lor. So 下午好, you're referring to when the sun is no longer up at the top of your head. It is probably going towards the west. All right. Whereas 中午好, the sun is probably at the top of your head, lah, right? On top of your head. 好. Now, another point is the word 晚上好,晚上好. Now, we all know 晚上 means nighttime. 晚上 means nighttime. But 晚上, when combined with the word 好, it does not mean good night. It means good evening. It means good evening. Okay? It means good evening. Now, there is a reason behind it. I'm going to explain it to you on the next slide, but just please take note, 晚上好 means good evening. 晚上好 means good evening. One more time before I move on to the next slide. 早上好,
早上好,
中午好,
中
中午
午好,
好，
下午好,
下
下
午
午好，
晚上好.
晚
晚
上好.
上好。
Okay, now, what you have learned on this slide is the first way of greeting people that pertains to the time of the day, okay? So if you want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to someone, this is the first way you can say it. You can use the word 好 to indicate good time of the day, good bracket time of the day, okay? Now, the second way is using this term. The term is an. Let's repeat after me. An. One more time. An.
And
Okay, very good. So we say an very much. Reminds me of Doraemon song. Anyway, and so what do? So you have the word an and it functions similarly to the word 好. So in other words, an, you put it at the end. Now, what does an means? An means peace. Peace. Let's repeat again. Peace. Okay, so it means peace. Now, like I said just now, an and 好 is similar. Similar as in what? Similar as in it will be at the back of the greeting. 好 and an is at the back of the greeting. Now, there is a difference though. The first difference is the meaning. 好 means good. An means peace, right? That is a difference. Now, the second difference is that when you use 好, you have two words in front. Two words in front. So 早上好,中午好,下午好,晚上好. So two words in front. But when it comes to an, like just like the word lah, peace. Peace, why too many words, right? So an, you only have one letter in front. One letter in front. Either 早, 午 or 晚. 早, 午 or 晚. Okay? Therefore, you only can say 早安, 午安, 晚安, but never 早上安, 下午安, 晚上安. Incorrect. Wrong. Okay? Do not say that. Don't come at me and then tell me 早上安. Oh my God. I will be very angry. Okay? So remember, an peace means peace. So peaceful, don't want too many words. Only one letter. Okay? Therefore, you only say 早安, 午安, and 晚安. Now, let's repeat after me. 早安,
晚安,
very good, means good morning. 午安
午安，
means good afternoon. And 晚安,
晚
晚
安,
安，
which means good night. Okay? So, an, you only use one word. 好, you only use two words. Okay? Don't say one word for 好. So, there's no such thing as 早好, 午好, 晚好. Incorrect. Wrong. Okay? So, stick to the rule. Whenever you have 好, two words in front. Whenever you have an, one word in front. Okay? Now, let me explain to you the difference again. So, 早安 also means good morning. So, what is the corresponding word for 早安? It is 早上好. So, 早上好, 早安 both means good morning. Okay? Now, you have 中午好 and 下午好, which both means good afternoon. Now, the corresponding word for an is 午安 午安. Now again, remember what I said just now? 午 indicates daytime. Indicates daytime. It doesn't mean daytime, it indicates daytime. So 午安 in this context, you would use it for the afternoon because we already have morning. 早安, 午安. Now, this is where the difference comes in. Remember just now we said 晚上好 means good evening, right? 晚上好 means good evening. Now, in the case of an, it is not good evening. 晚安 practically means good night. 晚安 practically means good night. Okay? So next time you're texting your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever, like your mother, your father, you're staying away from them, you want to tell them good night, you use the word 晚安. Use the word 晚安. Do not use the word 晚上好 because 晚上好 is usually a conversation opener. So let's say you're going out to McDonald's with your friends at 8 p.m. in the evening. When you meet them, you go to McDonald's, you see them, what do you say? You don't say 晚安. Your friend will be like, you just met me, you want to say goodbye already. Okay, you say 晚上好. You say 晚上好. All right, so that's what you do when you meet your friends at 8 p.m. at McDonald's, whenever. All right, so let's say you have your conversation, you talk, you eat until 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night, you say bye-bye. So we already learned the word bye-bye, right? Yes. What is the word bye-bye?
再见.
再见, very good. So once you 10 o'clock, you want to go home already, what do you say? You say 再见, and then you want to say good
晚安.
night. Then you use the word 晚安. Don't say 晚上好, okay? Because people will be like, hey, go home already, what 晚上好? All right? So again, 晚上好 means good evening. 晚安 means good night. Okay? 晚安 means good night. All right? Okay. Understand? Any questions?
No.
No questions. Okay. If there's no questions, we will repeat again the pronunciation before we move on. All right? Come. 早安,
早安.
早安，
午安,
午安，
晚安.
晚安.
晚安。
Can Okay, very good. Any questions? No questions, 好. Now, if you have no questions, let's do some exercise. Let's translate some words before you move on. Come. How do we say this?
你好，老师.
Very good. I knew people would say this. All right. So again, let's try to go back to the word 你好. Okay. Now the word 你好 你好 means hello, correct? It means hello. But if you look at the word closely, there is already the word 你 inside, which means you. So technically, this word actually means hello, you. All right. So if you want to say hello, teacher, what do you have to do? You will
How?
have to take out the 你 lah.
嗯
And then you replace it with the word teacher. So what should be the answer here?
好，老师.
Let's look at the sequence of 你好. So which comes first, the noun or the how?
Now.
Correct. So what should be the answer here? What is a noun? The noun is teacher, correct or not? So what should be the answer here?
老师好.
对，老师好. Very good. That is the answer. 好, next one. Hello, students.
老师. Hello, student.
What is
学生
students?
好.
学生好. Very good. This is good. But again, student is plural. So we can say 学生们.
学生们好.
对，学生们好. Students are here. 好. Very good. Now, hello all of you. Now, what is the word for all of you? Anyone remember?
他们.
他们.
你们.
你们.
你们好.
Very good. Now, next one. Hello, everyone. Now, what is the word for everyone?
我们.
我们啊.
Everyone.
What is the word for everyone? Come. Cedric, Hema, Atika. What is the word for everyone?
你们. Everyone. 他们.
Not Taman. Taman is they all ma. Everyone is ta. Ta.
大家，
对，大家，大家，
大家，大家，
大家 what？
大家好，
大家好。对。好，next one. Who are you?
你是谁？
你是谁? Guys, everyone, you can participate. It's not a one-on-one question and answer. Anyone wants to shout out the answer, please. By all means, go ahead. Come, I am a teacher. I am a teacher.
我是老师，
我是
老师，
老师。好，she is Mary.
是大 Mary，大是 Mary，
对，很好。They are students.
大教学生，
哎，
他们学生，
他们 what?
他们 student 学生，他
他们
们是他们
对，
是
他们是学生。好，he is not a teacher. Now the word not is the word 不啊。不 So not is 不是。好，come. He is not a teacher. 他
他不是老师。
very good. 他不是老师。I am not a student.
我不是老师。
Very good. 很好，非常棒。Very good. Now let's do a few more reading exercise, okay? Now everyone, unmute yourselves. Let's try to read out the dialogue, okay? Again, we are going to do like what we did just now. We are just going to take turns. Okay, Hema also, please unmute your mics. Now let's do alphabetical order this round. So we have Atika, Cedric, Hema, and then Zima, okay? All right, so let's do alphabetical order. We will just go character by character lah. Okay, let's start with Atika.
你好，我是麦克。
Very good. Cedric.
你好，我是金大正。
Just now I said CHENG is
正。
very good. One more time.
你好，我是金大正。
Very good. Now next person. Hema.
您好，我是玛丽。
好，Mali. Hema, are you there? Hema not there, is it? Then don't let them reskill lah. Okay, Atika.
您好，我是飞呀，
我是飞呀。
我是飞呀。
Very good. Cedric.
你们好，我是李东升。
Very good. Continue ah. Zima.
你好，belum lagi.
Sorry, I zoom in. I know you cannot see. Okay, now.
Start from the beginning, is it?
Yep.
Okay. 你好，我是 Mikey，
我是
Michael。
Just now you read the same name also, right? Come next person, Atika.
你好，我是玛丽。
Cedric.
你
他是谁？
他是飞呀，
Continue.
飞呀，你好。
Very good. Cedric.
你好，
你们好，
他是谁？
他是李老师。
老师您好，我是玛丽。
老师，我是麦克。
你好，麦克。你好，麦丽。
Very good. 很好，非常棒。Give yourself a round of applause. Very, very good job. Okay, now let's start to see the next one. This next one also very, very interesting. Okay. Terbalik. Wait, 2 seconds. Terbalik. Can you see my screen now?
I can see you.
You can see me? Oh, and not my screen. Yeah. For some reason it's not showing up. doing? Okay. Let me try sharing again. Share screen. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Can. Okay, very good. Let's learn some new words now. Okay, now let's repeat after me the word 叫. 叫.
叫
叫. One more time. 叫.
叫
叫. Okay, 叫 means
叫
to call or to be called. To call or to be called. Okay. 叫 in Malay is called panggil or sebut. Okay. 叫. 叫. So I can say 我叫他. What am I saying? When I say 我叫他, what am I saying? 我叫他. What am I saying?
I call him.
Very good. I call him. Okay, because 叫 means to call or to be called. Okay. Let's repeat after me for the next word. 什么?什么?
什么
Okay, one more time. 什么?
什么
Next word is 名字. Let's repeat after me. 名字.
名字
名字. Okay. Now, we can combine everything on this slide except for this one. To form a sentence already, you just add another word. The word. Alright, let's repeat after me. 你叫什么名字?
叫什么名字
One more time. 你叫什么名字?
你叫什么名字
Very good. So what am I asking? I'm asking, what name are you called? Or the other translation is, what is your
What is
name?
your name
Very good. So now why is it that I translated as what name are you called? Because of the word 叫. Because of the word 叫. As we move on, in the future, you will see and you will understand why the translation, the more accurate translation is, what name are you called? Because there is another word for full name. There is another word for full name. So 你叫什么名字 literally just means what name are you called or what is your name. Okay, let's go with the simple translation. What is your name? So if I want to ask what is your name, what do I say?
我是
Hey, if I want to ask
哦
what is your name, what do I say in Mandarin?
你叫什么名字
Very good. 好 can remember 啊，你叫什么名字？好 let's move on to the next slide. New word, haha, the word 认识。认识 let's repeat after me. 认识。
认识
Very good. 认识很好。认识 means to meet or to know. To meet or to know. Or the word kenal lah. To meet or to know. To meet or to know. 好 if I say 我认识他，我认识他 what am I saying?
I know
I
him
know
him
Good. I know him. 好 now the next word 很 很 let's repeat after me 很
很
Very good 很 Now the next word is the word happy 高兴 Let's repeat after me 高兴
高兴
Very good So 很 means very 高兴 means happy So if I want to say very happy how to say 很高兴很高兴 If I want to say she is happy she is very happy how do I say
他是很高兴
Again, let's recall the meaning of the word 是. 是 means is, am, or are. But the Malay word is ialah. And I've always said, if you know Malay, lean back on the word ialah. Ialah does not equal to is, am, or are. So in this case, this is where is omitted when you are translating it. The translation will be 他很高兴. Now, why? Why? When I say is, am, or are, it's not the accurate translation. If I want to explain it in English, it's very simple. Usually, you use the word 是 when there is a noun. When there is a noun. Noun. Okay? So what we learned just now, 老师啊,同学,同事,大家, those are all nouns, right? But you only use 是 when the subject and when the subject, you have the subject, you have the 是, and the word after 是 is a noun. Then you use the word 是. Okay, now 很高兴 is not a noun. 很高兴 is an adjective. It's an adjective. It describes people, right? So it's an adjective. Okay, can I understand?
可以
可以吗 So in this case, you don't need to translate the is because you see after the is the word very happy. Is very happy a noun? No, it's not a noun. So you don't have to put a 是. Okay? All right. So if I say 她很高兴, it means she is very happy. Yeah? Okay, now let's repeat after me for this slide before you move on to the next slide. Okay, come. 认识,
认识
很
很
高兴.
高兴
Very good. 好, let's move on to the next slide. Now I would need people to read it out loud. I won't be picking names. We're just going to take turns reading this, okay? So again, Hema, if you don't want to unmute your mic, then we're just going to go with the 3 people lah. Okay, so Atika, Cedric, and Zima. All right. Let me see. 2, 4, 5. So there are 5 dialogues here. Can lah. All right. Let's start with just now we start with Atika already. This time we start with Cedric also started before. Zima lah. We start with Zima lah. Okay, come Zima.
你好，你叫什么名字？
Very good. Next person is Atika.
您好，我叫麦克，你叫什么名字？
Very good. Cedric.
我叫 Farah，
Zima.
Farah 认识你很高兴。
Is it Nin or Nin?
你
Very good. Try again.
Farah 认识你很高兴。
Come.
认识您，我也很高兴。
Very good attempt there, Atika. Yes, ye is yeah, not year. Not year, it's yeah. Very, very good. Okay, now I'm just gonna emphasize this again. The word yeah, ye is pronounced what do you call that? Is pronounced yeah, not pronounced year. Okay, now before I dissect the meaning of this dialogue, let's look at the word yeah and understand it better. Okay. Now the word yeah means to or also. Now again, let's repeat. Let's look at the word I am a student too, like what you're seeing here on the screen. I am a student too. Now, in English, I am a student too. In English, our habit is to put the to at the back. Our habit is to put the to at the back because that's how English works, right? You say the statement first, then you have the to. To comes at the back. Now, in Mandarin, it doesn't work that way. Mandarin, where do you put the to? You put the to that is to the subject that is sharing the same sentiment. So, for example, in this case, I am a student. That is what person A says. Person B says, I am also a student. So where do you put the to? Do you put it at the back or do you put it after the subject? For Mandarin, you put it after the subject. In this case, the subject is the word I. Then you put the to at the back. I too am a student. Okay. So in Mandarin, your to is behind the subject. Your to is behind the subject. All right. So unlike English, where your to is at the back of the sentence, in Mandarin, your to is at the back of the subject. Okay. So if I tell you 我是学生, then you want to respond to me, hey, I'm also a student. You can say 我也是学生. Yeah, you put at the back of the subject. All right. You put at the back of the subject. All right. So let's try this with another sentence. Okay. What is the word for colleague?
同事
同事，对，同事 ，very good. The word 同事. Now, let's say I am your colleague lah, but let's make it simple. I am a colleague. So how do I say that in Mandarin?
我是
我是
同事
同事 Very good. Now, you hear your friend saying that, and you're like, hey, I'm also your colleague. I am a colleague too. Then how do I say that in Mandarin? Now, let's look at the sentence first. Where is the subject? The subject is I. Very good. So where do you put the yeah behind I? Again, so let's translate it.
我也
我也 not yeah. 我也
我也是同事。
我也是同事。我也是同事。Okay, can Again, this is pronounced yeah, not you. Okay, now let's repeat after me. Yeah.
也
Very good. Yeah. Now that we know the meaning of yeah, now let's go back to the dialogue. This will be the final dialogue we will go through tonight. We will continue next class, okay? 好, let's go to the first sentence. 你好,你叫什么名字? Hi, what's your name? 您好,我叫 Michael. 您好, we know. 您好 is a polite way of saying hello. 我叫 Michael means I am called Michael. In other words, I'm Michael. 你叫什么名字? What's your name? 我叫 Farah. Farah, 认识你很高兴。认识您我也很高兴。Now let's take this entire dialogue and let's only zoom in to Farah, 认识你很高兴。Farah, 认识你我也很高兴。Now let's only dissect these two sentences and then we will call it a day. Okay, now let's see. What is the translation? 认识你很高兴 means nice to meet you. 认识您我也很高兴 means nice to meet you too. Okay, now that is the English way of saying things. Nice to meet you, nice to meet you too. In Mandarin, we have a different term and it is quite weird. Now, in Mandarin, what do? We say the verb first and then we say the adjective. Okay, so the verb is what? To know you lah. To know you, very happy. To know you, 认识您 I too am very happy. Okay, now let's look at the first one first. 认识你很高兴 To know you, very happy. Feels a bit weird, right? Why does it feel a bit weird? Because they omitted the subject. They omitted the subject. 认识你很高兴 Let me just put in the pinyin first, otherwise you get confused. Okay, 认识你很高兴 Now, it's weird because they omitted the subject. What is the subject? Who is happy here?
Farah.
Huh? Farah is happy. Are you sure? This person is talking to Farah. This person is B, right? So who is B? Is it he or is it me or is it you? For B when he's talking, who is he talking about? Who is happy to meet?
B is talking.
B is 对. So it should be I lah kan? Correct or not? Yeah. So therefore, where should I put the I? 我, where should I put it?
Before
Who is very
Yeah.
happy here?
I
Who is very happy here? I, right? So it should be in front of 很高兴. Correct or not?
Yes. Okay.
Do you understand? Can you understand? Who is very happy? Me lah, I'm very happy. Correct or not?
Okay.
So actually there is a word 我 in between that they have omitted.
Okay, Ayesha.
Okay, they have omitted. All right, so there is a 我. All right, so there is a 我. Now, why did they omit it? The answer is very simple. It's the term. It's like how you say terima kasih. It's like how you say thank you. Why do you say thank you? Why not say I appreciate you? Because thank you is the term. You say I appreciate you when you feel out of the ordinary. Then you say I appreciate you. But otherwise, the standard term is thank you. Correct or not? So the same answer for this one. Nice to meet you. What is the term in Mandarin? The term is 认识你很高兴. 认识你很高兴. They omitted the 我 because the term is 认识你很高兴. But technically there is a 我 in between. Okay? Why is the 我 in between? Because who is very happy? I am very happy. I am happy to know you. What? Okay? So again, 认识你, 认识 is a verb. 很高兴 is an adjective. So in Mandarin, you do like that. You say verb first and then you say adjective. Who is very happy? I am very happy, but I omit the word. Okay? Therefore, the term is yes, 认识你很高兴. Now, the response is 认识您我也很高兴. Now, let's don't bother about the 您 lah, okay? Because we can always say 认识你很高兴. It is the same thing. It's just a more polite way. Now, if you notice, 认识你我也很高兴, which means nice to meet you too. There is the word to here. Now, remember the rule that I said about to just now. Where do you put to in Mandarin? You put it behind the subject. You put it behind the subject, correct or not? So when you put it behind the subject and you omitted the 我, does it make sense to put the 也 after the 您? Because if you're saying 您也很高兴, it's like you are very happy. Not me, I'm not happy. Therefore, for the response, nice to meet you too, they put back the word 我 inside. Okay? Is that clear to you?
Okay. Yes.
Clear? Can. It's very simple. So the term is 认识你我很高兴. 认识你我很高兴. They omitted the word 我 because this is the term. But when you respond to the term 认识您, you have to add back the word 也 because who is happy too? I am happy too. So you have to add the word go.
Okay.
Okay? Now, remember, just memorize the term as is. 认识你我很高兴，认识您我也很高兴. For now, whatever I just rambled, it might not make sense here because this whole thing is new to you. So what you do is go back, just memorize the term as is. 认识你很高兴，认识你我很高兴. Okay? But if you want to understand the logic behind it, it's basically what I just explained to you. Okay? 可以吗？ Can
Okay.
Any
Can.
questions?
No.
No questions. Cedric, any questions?
No.
No questions. Atika?
No.
Hema? Okay, Haima, no questions. Okay. All right, if there's no questions, then we call it a night. Next week, we will continue again. So go home, practice, and try to revise because the more we learn, the more words are there going to be in the slides, okay?
Okay.
Practice, when I say practice means practice your intonation now because next time when we go back to the class, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to make everyone read one sentence from the dialogue and then you'll take turns because the whole point is for you to learn how to pronounce better. Okay, pronunciation is key to learning Mandarin. All right, okay. If there's no questions, we end the class. Thank you so much for attending the
Thank you.
class.
Thank you.
One